Hey, what's going on guys? It's Paper here with another Marvel Snap deck video. In this video, we're going to go over the deck that I pretty much settled on for Cannonball as my favorite Cannonball deck. After all the experimentation I did this week with different variations of Cannonball decks, including stuff that was just like a general move decks or other control tech decks, this is kind of where I landed, where I think we have the best mix of flexibility both in tech and in power. And this is my favorite Cannonball deck that I came up with over the week. So this deck utilizes a couple of tech cards and stuff like Quake and Shang-Chi to control the board, as well as the classic Professor X and Dr. Octopus, those two cards to control the locations and make it so that Cannonball has his effect more efficiently and you can win the game more easily with his effect. We've also got some weird things in this deck such as Havok, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But this deck performed pretty well for me and it was quite flexible and I had a ton of fun playing it. So without further ado, let's get into the deck breakdown. So we'll start out with the main idea of the deck. These are going to be the cards that I've built all of my Cannonball decks around, and that is Professor X, Cannonball, and Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octopus and Professor X can lock down and win locations on their own, making Cannonball's job so much easier. I have been including these cards in every Cannonball deck that I've made. However, with the release of War Machine tomorrow, I don't know that Professor X can survive in that sort of meta, so I think I might take him out for some other cards and kind of work around just operating with Dr. Octopus and seeing how that works out. I'm confident that the deck can still work without Professor X, but he does help us a lot pre-War Machine meta. So I'll keep you guys updated on what happens after War Machine comes out, but these are my core 3 cards for now. The next set of cards that we'll talk about are what I'm considering the ramp core. We've got Kitty Pryde, Hope Summers, and Wave. Now I know what you're saying, Kitty Pryde isn't a ramp card, but with Hope Summers, it's basically a free activation of Hope Summers every single turn. That becomes important when we have something like Havok on the board. Kitty Pryde giving us that extra energy that just totally negates Havok's effect is really, really great. So having that Kitty is really strong for our ramping strategy. And then also having Jeff and Nightcrawler in the deck to move away from Hope Summers after being played on her is just really, really strong to keep our energy flowing throughout the rest of the game. Wave is the other very important card in this list. She has been seen in all of my Cannonball lists that I've made, mostly because I'm also running Professor X and Dr. Octopus in all of those lists, and ramping out one of those cards on turn 4 is very, very good to get a location locked down so we can adjust our game plan accordingly and based on what we pull out from Doc Ock, or if we have the information that we win the Professor X location. I think Wave is a non-negotiable card, but Hope Summers and Kitty could potentially be swapped for other things, though we'll talk about the reason why Hope is actually in this deck here in a second. The next 2 cards we'll talk about are Havok and Quake. Both of these cards are kind of weird cards. They're also both entirely replaceable by whatever you like to run at 2 cost. I know I was actually debating on running Shadow King in this deck as well. He could take the place of one of these cards. Havok is actually a really good card with Hope Summers. I think Hope Summers revives the viability of this card. He's one of the worst cards in the game right now, but with Hope Summers, his downside of losing you energy is actually entirely negated by playing Kitty Pryde on Hope Summers every single turn. We'll end the game almost every single game with at least 6 energy, despite having Havok on the board since like turn 4 or 5. And it's just a really strong combo. You also could just play Havok on Hope Summers on 5, and he just becomes a 2/8 that has no downside. So Havok is a great card. He actually won me a lot of games, a lot more than you would think. And then Quake is just a strong situational card to mess with locations. So I've just included both of them, but again, they're both entirely replaceable. I just think they're both really fun cards to play. So that's it for the deck breakdown. I do have some other cards that we can touch on briefly. Nebula is great being placed under Professor X. It also will force your opponent to fill up a location, which is great for Cannonball. And we have Jeff and Nightcrawler here for the combination of working well with Hope Summers, and then Jeff's ability to be played in Professor X after the fact. And finally, we have Shang-Chi. Everybody knows the card's just a really strong card. It's really great when paired with Dr. Octopus to help you win that location. And overall, it's just a great card to include to round out this list and deal with other options that we previously couldn't really deal with. All right, so with that, we'll move into the gameplay. All of my gameplay is taken from my stream. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on twitch.tv/paper with 2 R's at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So if you want to see more live content from me, go ahead and give me a follow on there and you'll get notifications when I go live. Also, if you could leave a subscription on this channel, I would really appreciate that a lot. It's free, it helps me out a lot. I'm trying to grow a lot on YouTube this year, so if you could leave a subscription, like this video, leave a comment below, I'd really appreciate it. All right, and with that, I'll leave you with the gameplay. Enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, good luck snapping. Okay, we win. We win this game. We win this game, we win this game. Please don't make me have to play Havok, though. I do not want to have to play Havok here. I can't, actually. It's a pretty big hit. We lose to Eliath, but that's a pretty big hit. We have to just skip this turn. Our Nebula ends up being big as well. We just dock middle and if not right, we never lose. -2, and then we get, so we go down to 9, and then we get +4, so we tie, and then +2, so we win. There's nothing that they could have that could win them the middle lane. Cannonball can't affect me because it's on, because we have Prio, or they have Prio. The only thing is if they have Eliath in their deck and they top decked it and they play it right. That's the only thing that can beat us right now. 2 3s in the middle, 3 3s in the middle, so Miss Marvel can never do anything there. Yeah, I think all of our bases are covered. It's the final turn. We're good. Okay, I mean that stops that, but it's whatever. I'm still playing 20 power here, so.
Hello, can you understand me?
Eliath main deck and Loki's a crazy cook. People have it, people run it. Tribunal is your least favorite thing to play against right now? Yeah, it's pretty garbage. Of course, man. Okay, so Quake to ruin Crown City at some point. Okay, wave into Doc middle. Wave into Doc middle. We can Quake on the last turn of the game for Big House. Well, we could just click on 5 so that they can't play a 6 on the right. Alright, pull out most of their hand. Hopefully screws up over again. Pull a Mystique. Jubilee brings nothing. Scroll copies nothing. Lad grabs Ravona, which is nothing, and then Magic. So we're already winning middle. Professor X the right location. And then we Quake left. If we Professor X right, he can't play any of his big cards for the rest of the game now.
I am Iron Man.
He can win that location, that's whatever. He can't play, he only has Mystique. So if he has Mystique as his one card in hand, he's earned the victory. But if he doesn't, Quake, Crown City, middle, we win it because he loses the 4 additional power on it. We get 4 additional power here on the left. We have Hope Kitty. The Havok play. Oh wait. It's yeah. It's turn 6. I did not realize that. Yeah, because we need to beat a Mystique play. 20 power Mystique. How do we beat 20 power Mystique? This is the only chance that we would have at beating it. So let's just play it out. If he has it, he has it. Yeah. That sucks. Well, we win the right and we win the middle. Yeah, no. We win the right and we win the middle. It's fine. Yeah, snapping back to me is weird because you never win the middle and you never win the right. What are the codes? I've got, we're going to be doing some giveaways. I have 3 variant codes to give away, and I have a couple of PAX codes as well, but I'm not going to give away the PAX codes now. I'm going to hold them because I want to announce the giveaway instead of like, the PAX code is for this, the PAX card back and the Captain America variant. I want to announce them so people know to come to the stream for that, you know. I think we're going to do them on stream. I'm not somebody who does giveaways on Twitter really, like ever, so. PAX variant's ugly though, then do not enter it. Easy. And the card back's good. Ooh, wait a minute. Yo, what's going on, Conk? Must be tired from your flight to PAX? Yeah. Yeah, I fly to Boston in the morning. I come home at night. Stay at PAX for about 3 hours and then go home. PAX over? No, it just started. Started yesterday. So we're at -1 max energy. Or no, we're constantly at 4. We're constantly at 4 energy. I'm gonna Quake right, but I can't do it on the Daredevil turn. So we go up to 6 next turn with this. We can play Quake, Kitty, and something. Let's just make it a little bit more obvious what we're gonna do. He can counter the Quake play. He could counter the Quake play with an Alliath. 100% could. He has seen our Quake, so it's going to be a risk, but I think we have to take it. Because I think he'll play like Gamora right now. He might even play Gamora middle right now. Except for any new cards next season. No, because I don't really remember what they do. Giganto. Oh, from Great Portal. True. Okay, so now we have to make a decision. We could go for the Scam Quake play. Scam Quake play loses to Alliath, right? In his mind, he knows we have Shang-Chi as well. I could Shang-Chi him right now on the left and just win. We gotta go for it. Hey. Yeah, see, he has Alliath left there, I think. We want that, actually. Because he's gonna storm this, probably. So that's just gonna give us a little bit more power in that location, which is good for us. Play Nightcrawler in the middle because it could turn into a lockdown location. So having Nightcrawler there is good for us. We don't have a good wave play here. And we could enable a Doctor Doom play. A Gamora play. But I think we have to. Hope, okay. 2 power hope. Not bad. Ongoing stuff. So that's Miss Marvel. That's Miss Marvel for sure. We Cannonball the hope away. If they play Miss Marvel in the middle right now, then that's kind of a joke, but... Jeff from that. Okay. That sucks, but... Either way, no matter what we do, we're going to lose to this. No matter what we do, we lose to it. If this is Marvel, we just lose. If it's Gamora, we actually might stand a chance. Okay. Okay. So the reason why I played Havok here is because we contest the Miss Marvel. He has to play cards in these locations in order to even get anything. But we're also just going to do... We could do this. So we win the Crochet because we have Havok and Wave, which are just stronger than his 2 cards that are already in the middle. And then we make 7 power on the right to beat a Doom play. So we should just win now.
Doom rules all.
My God, dude. Imagine, dude.
Victory.
Imagine.